Hi, and welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to be learning what these different options are here on the right-hand side of the screen. So first we have this process. So this will create a blank project. This is the most commonly used button you're going to be pressing to start a new automation project to create a blank workflow where you are going to be building your RPA bot. Next, we have library. This is what you use to create a reusable component, and then you can publish them as a library, which is added as a dependency, meaning it's like an activity within UiPath. So the benefit of this is you can create reusable components across multiple different RPA processes that you build so that you don't have to rebuild that same functionality across your different workflows. You can just reuse the same library. So it's a RPA workflow, which is saved as an activity that you can drag and drop into your RPA processes. Next, we have test automation. The way test automation was previously done was by using systems or software like Selenium, whereas UiPath have now recently added a brand new product, which is this test automation suite. This allows you to test out software products that you build. So let's say, for example, you're a software development company which builds web applications. You would use this test automation project over here to test and verify whether the system is working as it should. Then it'll return like pass or failed verifications. It's a super powerful tool. And it's not just for testing web applications. It's basically for anything digital that you build, like SAP systems, mobile apps, desktop applications, like Java systems, Citrix applications, mainframes, green screen mainframes, API systems. So pretty much any software that you build needs to be tested. And that's where this test automation comes in handy. Lastly, we have template. This is basically standard templates that you can use to build your automations, which have common characteristics. You can click this and build your own template that you can use, or you can use one of these standard templates that are provided by UiPath. The most commonly used ones would be this background process and robotic enterprise framework. What the background process one does is it allows you to build workflows which can run concurrently with other processes at the same time, as long as it doesn't interact with the user interface. So you can imagine, because everything's happening in the background, it's not like the pointer on the screen is like fighting for control of which system to click on. Because it's in the background, it can all run simultaneously at the same time. Another benefit of a background process is you can run these workflows on other operating systems like Mac and Linux. So remember earlier, if we come to process and we click this drop down for compatibility, these two can only run on a Windows PC. But if you click cross-platform, then the workflow will also be able to run on other operating systems like Mac and Linux. Then we also have this robotic enterprise framework. I'll open that one up. And what this does is this is a framework or template provided by UiPath, which will allow you to build very robust bots specifically for repetitive processes. The nature of RPA is to automate repetitive processes. So it's a very commonly used tool in industry to automate your repetitive processes. So it's got these different blocks. Initialization will open up the applications that you're using. Get transaction data will get the data that it needs to process. Then the process transaction will actually try to do the work on that data item. If it fails, it'll loop back and it'll either go back and restart from the beginning, or it'll go back and then process the next transaction. And then there's also this end process state, which will close all the applications that you're using. We're going to go into a lot more detail on the RE framework later on in the course, but for now, it's good to have a general understanding of the importance of RE framework. So back to the Home tab, I'll close that again. I just want to mention, if you click this More Templates button over here, it'll redirect you to this Templates tab on the left-hand side. And here you can then search for any template that you would need to use. So you can just come and read through all of this, see what's available. There's some interesting things. Like here, you can automate my to-do list, calculate working days. There's some really cool templates that you can use that have already been developed by other RPA or other UiPath users. That's all for the templates. In the next video, we will be going through settings and the help menu.